I am intervention.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Just McCormick, aka Mr. Intervention, back again. And we've had to go through a few things here, but we're back and we're going to look to see if we can improve some things and maybe change some things up along the way as we go. As this series will be a bit of a twist, we're going to try and see if we can improve the quality of recording because things have just not worked out. But let's go ahead and get into it as we check out the Texas Rustlers, more of a rushing team here, as they definitely have quite a bit of weapons that they have available on both sides of the ball, especially quarterback Sammy Paul Hornung, as well as Hornung is going to be a big target for him, not only as a running option, but also out of the backfield, a good receiving option. As we'll be looking at the league reports, teams standing so far: Kings and Sailors tied the Pacific North, while the South, the Legends, have taken over at 7-2. They have a 3-game lead. Rhinos are showing that they own the Central, only 2 games up over the Sharks. However, in the Atlantic Conference, the Assassins, with only 1 loss on the year, a couple games over the Knights of Wasp, have a game over the Top Guns, and the Iron Men also a game up over the Redbirds and Firebirds and Red Dogs. Excuse me. And then after that, we're going to take a look at the statistics. Team leaders, we've got John Brody is leading with the highest rating in the league at the moment, while Sammy Ball of the Rustlers has got the best percentage at 85%. Lynn Dawson of Scorpions has most yards right now, with Troy Aikman right there behind him, both with 2,200 for the year so far. Most touchdowns goes to John Brody, and then Aikman and Steve Young of the Assassins, are behind him by 1. Most interceptions, though, in the league, Greg Landry and Fran Tarkenton with the most interceptions at 10. Nobody else even close. Most sacks, though, goes to Johnny Unitas of the Knights, while rushing yards, most rushing yards in the league, O.J. Simpson with 1,400. He's the only guy at that part. 1,300 of Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas, with the number of touchdowns going to Gale Sayers of the Rhinos with 16. Most fumbles in the league right now belong to Paul Hornung and Ricky Waters, so maybe we can take advantage of that. Receiving wise, most receptions to Mike Ditka of the Iron Men. Most yards goes to James Lofton, 880 for the Shark, with Chris Carter, 849. Most touchdowns in the league goes to Raymond Berry, as he has double digits now, with Herman Moore right behind him of the Beasts, tied with Andre Reed with 8. Now we're going to be looking at the defense. Most tackles goes to Cliff Harris, while most sacks goes to Carl Meckenberg of the Red Dogs. He's got 15, with Marchetti right behind him with 12.5, and Deacon Jones with 12. So those guys have been doing quite a bit. Dick Anderson with 5 interceptions in the league leads it for the Cougars, as he has been doing quite well for sure. Most field goal attempts, Mark Medina for the Assassins, 13 for 16. He is the best kicker right now with 81% on that, with Stephen Owen of the Top Guns, 11 for 16 there, with Dwayne Northrup, 8 for 15. As they've been trying to do everything they possibly can in this one. Longest field goals, Stephen Owen has attempted 2 from 50 plus yards and made it. So it is definitely interesting to see that. It's going to be real fun to see how well this game can go here, as we've changed some things up. We're going to try and see if we can have a little more fun with this one. But the Kings will be taking on the Rustlers. That game is next, and we're on the road again. We find ourselves in the Lone Star State here at Wentworth Stadium. The Texas Rustlers hosting the Minneapolis Kings for what is going to be a huge shootout. Rustlers looking to try and see if they can make it to 500, while the Kings are looking to try and see if they can stay above it, as their season has just not gone the way it would like to go. Sammy Ball, Bob Lilly, Jim Parker, Paul Hornung, Keith Jackson, Raymond Field, Wright, Brian Jones, Lamar Lathan, Harvey Martin, and Mike Rozier are going to be the guys that we're going to have to take on. And Hornung and Rozier are going to be a deadly duo back there in the backfield of the Rustlers, as Sammy Ball will lead this team, as we're going to see how things are going to go here. We'll call heads as Carter Moss out there. We're going to hope for the best, and they're going to get it. Tails, they're going to kick it, so we're going to be able to get the football first, so we have to take advantage of this. Adrian Peterson back to return this kick, and here we go. Football game is now underway as Peterson will return this from the 5, and this is going to be a pretty good return here, and Peterson's going to find his way to the 35-yard line, first down. So 1st and 10 here for the Kings, and Tarkenton's going to go back to pass. We're going to throw that over the middle, and that is going to be incomplete. Randy Moss actually was over there too, but we tried to hit James over the middle and could not get him. 2nd and 10 now, ball to 35. We're going to get a good handoff here, and Peterson, Moss could not hold the block as he came off that one. Now it's 3rd and 8. Ball to the 37-yard line. Kings going to try and get something going here. Throw that one over the middle. Armstrong, it's going to be tipped and intercepted. And that is going to be how that first drive is going to go. It's going to be a turnover on 3rd down. And now Minneapolis has to defend a short field. Ivan Brutley was there as that one went off Armstrong's hands. And Brutley able to ring that one in. So Minneapolis 39-yard line, as they are very close to field goal range if they're not already. Sammy Ball offset out to the weak side. He is going to lead this offense as he goes back to pass here. Throw that to the left, wide open receiver. That's Keith Jackson, who's going to stiff arm Solomon Wilcox and be forced out of bounds on that one. That is going to be a huge first down. So already knocking on the door of the end zone. They are right there at the edge of the red zone. I formation for Ball. Rozier and Hornung are back there in I formation as the Ball goes back to pass. And he's going to be in trouble. He held on to that one far too long. That was Fiore. 2nd and 15 now. Ball at the 26 as they get shoved backwards. They're going to go with offset out to the weak side this time. 3 receivers for them this time, as that's going to be dumped off. Hornung's got it, and he's going to spin move one guy, and McCullum is going to be there. Central McCullum with a bring down. That's going to be about 7 yards there. 3rd and 8. Offset out yet again this time for Sammy Ball and the Rustlers. Back to pass again. He's going to look and he's going to scramble out of there. And this time he's going to dump it off. It'll be a short gain, but Grant was there, so only about 3 yards as Horton received that pass. 4th down. 31-yarder. This will be up, in, and good. That's going to be the first points of the football game. The Texas Rustlers don't have far to go. Tim Markham able to put that where it needs to go, between the sticks and off the net. I'm going to try the run to the right-hand side there. Peterson's going to get some room there and then finally get taken down after 5 yards. Not bad there, just couldn't shake the last guy. I rely a lot on some of these, especially something like this, as Peterson's going to get that dropped off, and that's going to be about 6, maybe 7 yards. First down there for Peterson. 1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard line. We're going to be looking, trying to see if we can take advantage of trying to get Moss and Carter involved in today's football game. We'll throw that one, dumping off to Armstrong. Armstrong's going to break a tackle. Break another tackle. Look at that man run. Armstrong, one of our more reliable receivers, able to break tackles like he's a tight end. I'm going to hand this one off to Candidate, and Candidate's going to be able to get a few yards there. First down. Back to pass here on this one. Going to fire that one quickly toward Carter, but coverage was there. 2nd and 10 now, ball at the 41-yard line of Texas. Go back to pass there. Oh, Tarkenton's going to get wrapped up as he tried to squeeze through the line. That's going to be a sack. 3rd and 11 here on this one. Tarkenton's going to have to take off. He's going to have plenty of room here. And he's going to get inside the red zone and run out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Quads left 50 red flood. Got it? Good. Break.
First quarter ticking down, about a minute and a half left as these two teams are fighting out as much as possible in this game. Back to pass on this one. Carter's going to try to get open there on the left-hand side, but I don't know if he dropped it or that was deflected. Probably deflected. Who knows? That's incomplete. And they're going to run the draw play here. Peterson will get leveled after about 6 yards. Back to pass on this one. We'll throw that one to Peterson, and oh, that one greatly played by the defense. That is going to be incomplete. Brutley was out there again. He had the pick last time. And this one will be up, in, and good. So this ball game is tied yet again. Kings drive all the way downfield, but just cannot finish the drive. They'll get 3 points, though, as Jay McDaniel reached up and grabbed that ball out of the air and brought it down for his kicker to be able to put it where it needs to go. 36 seconds left in the first quarter as ball is in shotgun. And he's going to toss this out left. And Hornung's going to get all the way out to the first down, about 10.5 yards there. Ball at the 16-yard line as Paul Hornung made that work. Ball is going to be calling signals here. He will hand off. Hornung's going to go up the middle. Studwell's going to be there. And finally, Gianna Fiore had to tackle him from behind as he got hung up. But that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Kings and Rustlers are tied at 3 after 1. Line. So this team's got a good ways to go as they're going to hand this off. That is going to be Hornung getting a few there as Wilcox had to lay the hit. Ball's going to hand that off over the middle, and that is going to be Hornung going a good 8 yards that time. Finally brought down there. 2nd and 2. I formation this time. Got to see if we can possibly bring the heat this time. Ball's going to hand off. That's going to be good tackle there. Bryce Pop averaging 6 yards a carry for Hornung, but Bryce Pop stopped him on that one just to say no, not happening. Just going to see if they can make the first here. That is going to be a good handoff, and again, Bryce Pop was there. That's another tackle, and that is going to stop the drive. I usually don't like running out of the single back formation, but we're going to do it here. We'll move Armstrong in motion. He's going to have a follower. And Peterson, tried to cut back up the middle, but did not happen that time. Good tackle for a loss there. Tarkenton rolling out here. And he's had to fire that one quickly, and Tarkenton was able to get rid of it, but he was hit as he threw. That's going to be incomplete. Back to pass here for Tarkenton. He's got to fire that one quickly, and that one's going to go incomplete, way out of range of Moss, so 3 and out here. Football game still tied at 3, 4:07 left in the half as Texas takes over at their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Single back here for Sammy Ball as he will go back to pass and throw that over the middle. That is Keith Jackson wide open as he will get that on the crossing pattern, 1st down. Time ticking away here in the half as Ball is going to go back to pass. That's going to be Grant in front of it. Carter could not reach the football in time, and that one knocked down as it bounced off the numbers.
Where you been today? Don't worry, man. I'm gonna get it turned around.
Rustlers talking it out there in the huddle as Sammy Ball has got to try and get something going for his offense, but he's been more reliable in the league than anybody else right now. All said I again, this time to the weak side as Sammy goes back to pass. He'll dump that off, and Horning is going to break the first tackle with a stiff arm, but he won't get past Bryce Pop. Pop brings him down, 3rd down. Offset eye again this time. They're going to throw that, and that is Gallion, the outside linebacker, who was able to put a hand on it, swats it to the ground, incomplete.
Double big stretch. Stay sharp. Right.
Tarkenton trying to get his team motivated here with a play call. Telling everybody to stay sharp as we will move our guys over. See if we can get something out of this with Peterson. And they're going to adjust there. Peterson's going to get the handoff there. Try to make a move. He'll get 5 yards out of that. I'll fire that one over toward Randy Moss. Moss has got it, and he's going to step out of bounds. 2:48 on the clock. As Moss gets that one, he was wide open over there. Nobody on him. As you see up there at the top of the screen, Randy Moss had that one in stride. And a catch and run. Moss out there far right looking to see if he can make another big catch here. Back to pass for Tarkenton. They'll throw that left, and Frizel's going to have it. Frizel is going to get shoved out of bounds there. 22-yard line as Frizel makes a rare catch. He has been trouble this year, but today he seems a bit focused as we tried for him there. Half, as you see brutally out there creeping a bit. Going to fake the handoff here. Going to go back to pass. And Tarkenton's going to drop way back, only to get dropped way back there. There's a big man, Bob Lilly, as he came through, and Fran had to run for his life. So back to pass here on this one. Tarkenton's going to have to go. And Tarkenton's going to make a determination to take off. All right, going to go back to pass on this one. We'll fire that one toward Moss. Moss has got it inside the 10. That's a 1st down. About 1:20 left. Got to try and see if we can manage this clock here. As they're going to delay the handoff there, and Peterson's going to get blown up. 1.5. All 3 timeouts for the Kings. So they've got options that they can go with as Tarkenton's going to roll out here. I'll throw that one. That is going to go nearly into the hands of a defender. That is incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and goal now. Back to pass on this one. Fire that one toward Adrian Peterson, but he was covered. That is incomplete. So it's been a low-scoring affair in this one. Kings will have an opportunity to take the lead this time with only 46 seconds left to go in the half. As the Rustlers will get the ball back in the 3rd quarter. As that is going to be up, in, and good, drifting to the left only a bit. But Kevin Epstein puts it where it needs to go. Up, in, and good. 4th down on that one, and they let the clock expire. Kings are going to walk into the locker room with a 3-point lead, 6-3 over the Rustlers, as it has been a little bit of give and take here. Kings, 120 yards total offense with 75 throwing, 45 rushing. The Rustlers, 62 throwing, 33 on the ground. So 120 and 95. Both teams have had the ball pretty evenly. 6 minutes for the Rustlers, 8 for the Kings. But Fran Tarkenton's interception, as you see there, set up the first score for the Rustlers. It's been the only score that they've had. Fran Tarkenton, 75 yards on the day throwing. Ball was 60. So it's been pretty good. Markham has got his field goals you see there. That one goes in. Epstein has been able to hit both of his field goals, as Tarkenton has been a little bit shaky at times, but he's been able to get some plays. Randy Moss, 38 yards on the day. Keith Jackson for the Rustlers with just over 30. As you see that big catch there by Jackson, as he was able to do everything he can there. McCullum with 4 tackles right now. Carlisle for the Rustlers with 3. You see the sacks today both by Texas, as Jones and Lilly have a sack in this one. You see the catch there by Randy Moss to get them within scoring position there. And Epstein able to hit the second field goal to give the Kings the lead. Now they will kick it off. Texas Rustlers in a bit of a defensive struggle here, as Kevin Epstein will get this second half underway with a kick. And there's a pretty good one there. And they're going to run this one out. Hornung's going to break one tackle, but he can't break all the tackles. Out to the 28-yard line. That'll be first down. See if we get the inside sting to work out here. Offset out to the strong right side. Yeah, Sammy Ball's going to call an audible here. And they will hand the ball off. That is going to go up the middle, and Hornung gets caught off. That is Bryce Pop yet again, as Hornung's average has dropped below 4 yards a carry now. And they will hand that one off, and that's a good tackle. It was Galen able to get over there. Outside linebacker has been a good one for us lately. 3rd and 7 now. Sammy Ball got to see what he can do this time, as he's going to fake the handoff there. That's going to be thrown over the middle, and that is not going to be a reception, as the ball, the receiver, and the defender got there all at the same time. Incomplete. Tough straight here, as that is going to be a good handoff there. Peterson tripped up at the line. That's only going to be a yard. That was Rennis. Tarkenton with 75 yards on the day. He's only got a 24.4 rating, so it's not been the passing that's been doing so good for the team. Going to throw that one toward Carter, but he is under all kinds of duress. That is going to be incomplete. Back to pass on this one. Throw that one toward Peterson. He's going to get it, but that's going to be short of the marker. Good. 1st and 10, the 21-yard line. It's been a back and forth defensive stand for both teams. Neither offense able to get anything going here, as they're going to dump that one off. That's going to be Horner that's going to get wrapped up. Good tackle there by Kane. And defensively, trying to blitz every so often with a single guy, but it's not been working too much. And they're going to toss this out left, and Hornung's going to get blown up. Jim Marshall was right in the middle of things. So 3rd and 8 now, as they go offset I. 3 receivers out there with 2 to the right. As that's going to be back to pass for Ball. He's going to dump that off, and that is a great play by Grant. If he could have got his hands on that one and brought it in, that would have been a pick six for sure. Here we go. As Fran Tarkenton will go back to pass here. We'll throw that to the right there. That's going to be Armstrong. Armstrong will get 7 yards on that one as Tarkenton now approaching 100 yards. No touchdowns today for either quarterback, but it's been a rough one. So here we go, 2nd and 3 now. Back to pass on this one. Tarkenton will try to drop that one off, but probably should have ran it there. 3rd and 3 this time. We'll try the same thing again. This time we will run it, and Fran Tarkenton is going to get a first down there. Back to pass on this one. We'll fire that one toward the middle there, but that is nowhere near the receiver, incomplete. Ivan Brutley again over there to knock that pass down. Go back to pass here. Tarkenton will take off as he had plenty of room and a lot of great blocking there, as that is going to be first down. Back to pass on this one. Gonna lob this one. Could Carter get it? And no, not in bounds. He did catch it, but that was not in the field of play. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Back to pass there. Oh, what the? And that was me hitting the wrong button. Incomplete. Channa defense going around the arena here as we're going to drop the... Tried to drop that off to Peterson, but there were guys in the way. Incomplete. As that is going to be straight and true, up in and good. Kevin Epstein hits yet another field goal. He is right now the MVP of the game. 1st and 10, ball at the 28-yard line as Sammy Ball looks to try and drive his team downfield for what could be a game-leading score, as they're only down by 7, or 6, I mean. 7 would get them the lead, as Paul Hornung's only got 33 yards on the day, and the linebackers have been a big part of that as Galen made the tackle. Back to pass again for Sammy Ball, and that's going to be caught right over to that right-hand side. I believe that's Carter that made that catch, as that is a big first down for Texas. Now, excuse me, that was Roosevelt Horton that made the catch, as he comes straight over the middle. 1st and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. As Ball is going to hand this one off, and Hornung's going to break one tackle. Scott Studwell can't bring him down, but Bryce Pop can. As that was Mike Rozier that took that handoff. We've not seen him too much today, but we're seeing more than we would like right now. A good run by him.
Let's make sure we keep them out of field goal range here.
Last few seconds of the 3rd quarter ticking down here. Sammy Ball is looking to see if he can get one more play out here. Single back. And they're gonna hand this one off, and that is gonna run straight into Keith Millard. That is gonna be how that ends it, as Rozier could go nowhere. So a tackle for loss by Keith Millard ends the 3rd quarter. Rustlers with the ball and a chance to possibly get the lead, but they are down right now 9-3 after 3. Another close football game, as we're getting not really tired of these, but it's kind of exhausting. I formation, they'll toss this out. Marshall is going to drag him down, is finally able to stop Paul Hornung in his tracks. 3rd down. And they're going to go back to pass on this one. That is going to be a good throw to the left, and that is going to be Solomon Wilcox with a great defensive play. Incomplete. First and 10 now as Moss goes in motion to the right. Peterson will get the handoff, and he will get back to the line, but that's it. I'm going to try and move Armstrong in motion, see if we can get a favorable matchup here. Back to pass on this one. I'll fire that one toward Moss, and Moss is going to find the football getting away from him. Third down. Third down on this one. Going to fake the handoff there. Going to throw that one toward Moss. He's got it. That's going to be a first down. Let's see if we can continue some things here. Fran Tarkenton under center. 5.5 minutes to go in the game. And oh, Peterson runs straight to the D tackle as he broke his blocker. That's a loss of a yard. Back to pass on this one. Tarkenton's going to take off, and he'll get nailed by the linebacker. That's third down. 3rd and 5 now. Back to pass here on this one. Tarkenton trying to take off, but he's not going to be able to get everything there. That's going to be 4th down. I don't think that they're going to give up on the run yet. All set eye here in this one. As ball is going to go back to pass, he'll drop that off. Horning's going to get that one. He's going to break a tackle and get shoved out of bounds. 3:40 at the 44. So here we go. Rozier, the old man back there. They've got a number of receivers out there in this one. Back to pass here. And they're going to throw that left. That's going to be a wide open Horning. Somebody left him wide open. Back to pass here for Sammy. As he's going to throw that one. That one knocked down. Grant with it. It actually looked like Carter dropped that pass instead of it being deflected there. It was still good coverage by Grant to be able to be over there where he needed to be. I formation for Sammy Ball. He has got to try and find pay dirt in this one. As that is going to be a sack. 3rd and 14, just under 3 minutes to go in this football game. As that is going to be dumped off to the right. Keith Jackson will get it, and that'll make it 4th down after that short gain. Ooh. And here I go trying to jump. Back to pass there. Ball's going to drop this off, and that is going to be just shy of the first. Turnover on downs with 2:06 left in the game. Bryce Pop saves what could have been a big play for them. And this is going to be the football game. As Tarkenton and the Kings able to edge out a victory here. The offense couldn't get anything going, but the defense did enough to keep the Rustlers out of the end zone and, for the most part, out of their half of the field. Kings win this one 9-3 over the Rustlers. As we check out the postgame show, the one turnover turned out to be only 3 points. Thankfully for the Kings, 235 total yards for the Kings, 478 for the Rustlers. Rustlers only had 46 rushing yards, as Tarkenton and Peterson combined for a combined 101 yards rushing on the day. As you see Fiore with a sack and a half today for Minneapolis, as he was doing everything he possibly could today. Randy Moss able to make a good catch today, as Tarkenton ended the day with 134 yards. Epstein, though, he is going to be the MVP of this one, hitting all 3 of his field goals, as Paul Hornung was doing everything he possibly can for his team, both on kick returns, passing, and running, as he had 56 receiving yards, the same as Moss. As you see, Peterson out of the backfield was also a good target for us today. Fran Tarkenton, though, on the day, 60 yards rushing, as Bryce Pop ended up with 6 tackles and Lathan had 5. As we check out MVP, it's going to have to be, well, they're going to give it to Fran Tarkenton. 9 for 25, though, on the day. 134 yards, 60 rushing yards. But I would have said Kevin Epstein would have been the MVP in this one, as he hit all 3 of his field goals to give us the 9-point lead and the win. As we will check out the stats here in this one. We're going to see how well everybody did. Sammy Ball, not too bad, 83.7, 12 for 19 on the day for 63%, 132 yards. Fran Tarkenton, though, had the one interception. He was 9 for 25 for 36%, so definitely was not good with a 37.7 rating. Rushing-wise, Peterson and Hornung both running for 38 yards. Peterson one more carry than Hornung, though. Targeted 9, though, for 60, as he had to scramble quite a bit getting out of the pocket. Paul Hornung had 5 receptions for 56 yards. No touchdowns on the day for either side, as Horton was able to get 3 catches for 22 yards. Peterson 3 for 40. Moss 3 for 56. Jackson 2 for 34. Ackerman 2 for 20. 2 for 18 for Armstrong, and Frizzell with a big catch for 20 yards, as he had one there. Chris Carter in this one, though, was shut out of receiving. Defensively, we look at Bryce Pop with 6 tackles on the day. Lathan had 5 and 2 assisted. 5 for McCullum, 4 for Rennis. Carlisle with 3. Conley, Washington, and Gallion with 3 as well on the day. The interception went to Brutally, who was able to be in the right place at the right time on the deflection. And then again, Markham able to hit the only field goal he attempted at 31 yards, while Kevin Epstein hitting the long 39-yarder, as he hit all 3 of his. A couple of them were inside 40 yards, and then the other one was under 30. So big day for Epstein, as he helped this team where he needed to. So appreciate you guys watching. Our next game is going to be up against the Las Vegas Rollers. So hopefully we'll be able to get another big win there and continue to see if we can make our way into the playoffs. Appreciate you watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you. Take care.